Hello, lovely to see some people coming in. Hello. Wow, I thought I was going to be here on my own, so that's so nice. Okay, hopefully you should be able to hear me now. Can you all hear me? I'm going to type in the chat. Very cool. If anyone wants to pop the video on, go for it. Hey, hello Jamie.
Exciting.
Nice to see you.
I might just turn my light off. It's really bright. Yes, I can perfectly. Hang on, I'll be back.
Yep. Should I pull my... can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool, you got it. There we go. I plugged my microphone in at the last second.
Sorry, mine's going to be quite dark, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's all good. No, it's nice to be able to see you. And we've got a few people popping in, which is awesome. Yay. We've got Amanda typing hello. Oh, hi, Charmaine.
Hi.
Hello. We've got a few. That's awesome. So we'll just wait for a couple of minutes and see, make sure everyone is going to come in is here, and then we'll start. If anyone's got any questions that they'd like to ask about spirituality or anything that's coming up for them at the moment around their own spiritual path or anything like that, just type them in the group chat. And then I'm happy to answer those. Or if you've got some. I thought tonight that we would answer any questions that you've got. I've got a few things spiritual wise, and we've got a meditation that we'll go through and do some healing and clearing for you as well. So hoping that you could all join. Okay, so it's 2 minutes past. Okay. Just looking. Okay. Alrighty. Does anyone have any questions that they'd like to ask to start?
Yep, I'm going to type one.
Okay, I got one. Here's Jamie.
I'll type one too.
Wicked. Cool. I might just mute everyone just in case, because sometimes the background noise can be a bit annoying for people as well. But feel free to unmute if there's questions and stuff like that as well. And you can unmute yourself if there's questions and stuff too that you'd like to ask. Okay, so the question is about spirit and how often they are around you. Do they pop in and out, or are they there all the time? Oh, that's an awesome question. I love that. It's quite often when you're thinking about them, they're quite often around you. So there's usually a reason. You might be out doing something and you might smell a certain flower or something like that, and that image of them just pops into your mind, and that's usually when they're around you. They do pop in all the time. So we've got a wall of photographs in our lounge, in our hallway, and often they'll stand there and just look at the photos, and so they'll just check in and make sure that things are going okay. In the house, they'll quite often stay around children and things quite a bit just to check on them, which is quite cool. So it does seem that the longer that they've been in the spirit realm, they might pop in less and less if they're not needed as much. But initially as well, straight after someone has passed, they're quite often around, constantly for a few days, right even after the funeral and that kind of thing. So yes, they when you sort of call them in, they do pop in and out all the time. Lovely signs from spirit too. Sometimes you get birds that might fly in and out, and there are ones that might remind you of certain people, or you might see butterflies or car number plates and things. sometimes you might get a little message on the number plates, and they are a sign that spirits sometimes around you as well. If you've got one that you might have liked cars or it's their favourite thing. So there's different ways that they can communicate with us, which is really cool. So I hope that helped you, Jamie. If there's anything else that you wanted to ask about with that, feel free to ask. And so I've got from Creed, do you need a guide to unblock blockages? Can you do it yourself? Oh, you can absolutely do it yourself. So with healing and things, I do a lot of healing for people, but really it's you healing yourself. So it's the knowledge of knowing that you can clear things. So if you find a belief or find, you've got a sore hand or something like that, it's actually, tuning into it and just saying, I want you to release, or things like that, finding out what's there. You can do it. Guides are easy, and if you're actually saying things like that, your guides are there anyway. So they're the ones who are kind of tuning into that stuff. So I'm just asking my guides around what it is with that. So they're saying that mostly it's the belief around it. So if you believe that you can unblock it, then yes, there's every way that you can. Meditation's a great way to do it, and that is working with your guides as well. So and I'm thinking guides in the spirit realm, they're always around us, but you don't necessarily need a human guide, if that's what you mean. Does that answer your question, Creed? I hope that kind of helps. You can do a lot yourself. I find it really hard to work on myself though. I find it it's actually, for me, I know all the stuff that I've got to do. I've got blocks from my childhood. I've got blocks from, oh God, I've got a list of things, right, that I want to go through. Can I make time to do it for myself? Like, hell no. It's if I go somewhere and I've got an appointment or I've got something happening and they take me through the journey, then I find I get a lot more done. So it's the same with meditation. I'm useless at sitting down and doing meditation for myself. But if I'm with somebody or with the group, I tend to get more done. So it depends on how you work as well. Just get that one. So Amanda, you've asked about empath stuff. How do I tell what are my feelings, physical and emotional, and when they are someone else's? That's such an awesome question. Have you watched those funny fails? And you're sitting there, my husband and kids love watching them, and someone falls off their bike and it's like, oh, and you get that real pain. It comes in and it's like, oh, I don't like that. That's kind of the feeling of someone else's. It's not yours, and that's really easy to detect. When you walk into a room and suddenly you get a headache or things like that, when you leave, you usually feel okay. So I would look at the situation you're in. I would say, do I feel worse when I'm around a certain person? Do I, is it that it's something that started of a certain time, and try and look back and think, when did it happen and what was going on? Who were you with? Those kind of things. I'd also, I think people are just coming straight in. So I would look back and go, where did it actually start happening? And if it's, sorry, distracted there, actually say to spirit, if this is something that is mine, please help me deal with it. Please let me know where it's coming from. If it's not, then please take it away. And be really demanding of your guides to say that you don't want to hold it. Crystals are really good for helping you to clear your energy as well. So carrying crystals, a green stone, Panamu, is green, which is heart chakra, and that will help to block, keep out energy around your heart and around your whole body. So crystals work that they resonate at a certain frequency, and they'll lift your energy up into a higher energy, so that you're not picking up the low level energies like depression from people, headaches, people on drugs or things like that, when they can they're in a low vibration. So if they're around people, they can pick up really heavy energy. So you kind of resonate and pick up the energies of where you're feeling emotionally. So the trick is to kind of try and keep yourself in that higher space, where you can. And if you are in a low vibration, protect yourself with crystals. You're feeling really down, that kind of thing. Just find out ways that you can pretend or just know that you've got a beautiful energy of rose quartz around you, or you sit and meditate and just feel the protective shield come around you. That's a great way for empaths to protect the energy. And I just get, Amanda, that really do tune into where it came from in the first place. You've said as well, lots of reactions are gut. What crystal for that? Crystal gut is, you've got your solar plexus and your sacral chakra. I feel like yours more comes in the higher, almost the higher gut area, which is the yellow, which is the yellow crystals, or orange, but any. You've got your black tourmaline is really, really good for protection of all kinds. It's a really strong protector. I'm seeing a honey calcite or something like that, which would be quite good to soften your energy, but probably a protection stone as well. Yeah. So I've just seen your additional one, Amanda. You've got gassy burps. I always burp when I'm shifting energy from spirit. It's so if you're picking up energy from other people and you're helping them to shift it, it could be that those burps coming through you is just you feeling the energy shifting, things like that. It's not a pleasant thing, but it could be happening with you as well. You feel like you're quite sensitive, so do look at those energy, the crystal protection. Jamie, you've asked another question, which is awesome. Keep the questions coming. I love questions. You've had is about a scary ghost movies. The scary way that connecting with spirit is portrayed makes me scared to try and connect. What do you think about mean ghosts or poltergeists? I want to meditate and connect, but get a bit silly about it. Yeah, I don't like watching those movies. They're horrible. I just don't feel right. I have come across some kind of yucky energies, but again, if you're keeping yourself in the higher vibration, if you're meditating and you're worried, you put some crystals around you, hold on to some crystals, light a candle, do those things that make you feel good, and ask your guides to come in and protect you as well at the same time, so that you know that you've got a protection around you. And if you connect to the light, so initially when you do a meditation, feel your energy rising up. We do a lot of this in the beginners spiritual development groups that I do, the workshops and online, going through raising vibrations and helping you feel safe when you're in a connection space. So it's we'll do it tonight as well when we do the meditation. When you're in a high vibration, there's less chance of anything popping in, which is really cool. And you just have to know that you're safe as well, which is in a spiritual world, if you feel you're safe, you pretty much are. And then when you go, oh, I don't know if I've done that right, you actually probably won't feel like you won't have done it right. So it's trust is the major thing in spiritual. Alrighty, so hope that helps you, Jamie. But it is something differently. Protection is huge, and you do want to make sure that you are protected when you do this stuff. And in that high love energy is one of the best ways. So just reading. Creed, how do you manifest things, e.g. a partner, job, etc.? I love manifestation. It's such a cool thing to do. And I think a lot of people go into this wanting, like I really want things. So when you want things really badly, you get more wanting. When you intend to have something, you actually can open up a pathway to actually have the thing. So when I'm manifesting, I sit and I really think about how you want to receive it and just be grateful for it. So if you're looking for a new man, it's a matter of writing down your intentions. I intend to be with a loving partner who makes me feel alive, and you can actually do this if you have a partner who you don't like. You can actually start intending to be with somebody who you actually really, really like and really enjoy. And often it'll either be that we all grow in different levels, and what you'll find is you'll have you'll grow and you'll change and you'll intend, and your partner will either change and lift up to your energy and your vibration, or they'll leave. So there's ways that you can work on your own energy that will help to shift other people around you as well. And you'll find that as you grow in your spiritual energy, people will come and fall away and new people will come in, and you think, well, what have I done to piss them off? But quite often it's just the energy shifting and as you're changing, which is really cool. So that manifesting one, make a list of all the things that you like, and intend to put it out there. And then for me, I look at beliefs around why that person hasn't shown up. So this could be around anything, but to focus on love, if you have parents who didn't have a loving relationship, then why would you have one? Because everything is based around your parents, and they didn't have a happy relationship. So you've probably been in many unhappy relationships, and it's clearing the beliefs around all relationships are unhappy, all men or women are certain ways, and those sorts of things. And there's heaps of different ways to clear beliefs. I do a lot of it through meditation. But that's a whole nother course for another day. You can go really far into that sort of stuff. And one thing I do love is helping people with shifting those beliefs so that they can live a really cool life. I've helped some cool people lately with shifting money blocks and shifting beliefs around why the money can't come because of parent relationships and how their relationships were with money, and even generations back. Had a beautiful lady in today whose patterns, the generations went back 17 generations, which was just amazing. So those sorts of things, genetic lines can actually make a huge difference too. Not necessarily just your parents, but a lot of the things that turn up are from the lines above us and the beliefs that come through. Alrighty, I hope that helps, Craig. Okay, so Amanda has asked, you're welcome, Craig. I'm not sure what your first name is, but I know it's probably in there somewhere. Okay, I've got Amanda, how do I meet my guides? I've done a meditation to meet my higher self. Is that the same? Higher self isn't the same. The higher self is kind of the version of you that's over the other side, and the higher self will guide you as well, but the guides, they are different. So meditation is a really, really awesome way to meet your guides. They can pop in, and I always find, like, if you're in a meditation and you plan on meeting your guide, they never turn up because you're so freaked out and you're going, oh my God, like, where are they? And you're looking around and going, are they going to turn up? And you almost block it. So I always find it really good if you're lying, going into meditation, and pretend you're opening a door or something and there's someone on the inside, or pretend you're walk into the meditation and sit on a couch and then wait for them to sit beside you or something like that. And that can be a little bit more easier to trick your mind into not wanting it so badly. And guides, when you see them, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to see them, they're going to be a person, they're going to have arms, head, legs, those kind of things. But often you might just get a feeling. So you might think, oh, it feels like there's someone there, but I don't know, like, I can't see them. And you're looking at it and going, okay, I don't think they're there, but really they are. Some people might get a smell. They might, get this like waft of sage or something like that, and that's their guide. Others might be an orb. A lot of people say, just a light, and that's spirit. Orbs and photographs, same thing. There's people around you, that sort of thing. But to meet your guides, it's like dropping the expectations and just kind of, seeing, hearing, knowing, feeling, those kind of things when you're in a meditation. And so many people say to me, oh, I struggle, I can't meet my guides, and it's looking at, how you're expecting them to turn up and just dropping those expectations. We do that again on the beginner's spiritual development course. We go into meditation and meet the guides, which is quite fun. But there's many ways you can do it too, so it's cool. Okay, hope that helps. You're welcome, Amanda. Lisa, I struggle to do my own work by myself. Yeah. How's a good way to meditate when I find it hard to switch off and not get distracted or fall asleep? Yeah, that's something I've struggled with for so long. Oh, it's so funny. I'll tell you a story. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm going to meditate. So I sat down on my office floor and I was like, okay, get myself into position and everything else. And I was like, oh, this is really good. I cleared my head and I was feeling really good. And I got into the space where my heart, I just felt was so amazing. And I was like, wow. And I came out and I looked at my watch, 4 minutes. Seriously, it felt like I was there for half an hour. I'm like, how does this work? I've actually joined a meditation group, one called Heartfulness Meditation, where I'm doing this play meditation. But I also find guided meditation, like the one we'll do with you tonight. I find them really, really good. If someone's taking me through meditation and turning up to something like this, because then you're actually there and it's making it happen. Yeah, a good way to switch off and not get distracted is, to even go down to the beach, sit in the car, put your phone in the back seat, go somewhere where you're not going to be in your normal place, so that you're being able to remove yourself from those distractions. But yeah, if you find a way to do it at home, please let me know. It'd be really handy. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't give you a one fix wonder for that one. Okay, Aggie. Hello, Aggie. How do I know if I'm making the right choice? I'm always anxious about making decisions. I'm going to do a little exercise through the meditation around that as well, about sort of yes/no questions. So if you've got a question that you want to know the answer to, just have it in the back of your mind before we start the meditation, and there'll be a way to show you that as well. We talk about yes/no decisions and stuff like that in the beginners course. So we go through how that can change, and know in your body when it feels right and when it feels wrong. And again, if you're doing it for yourself, you struggle because you think you can get yourself caught up in it and thinking, is this me, am I making it up? Whereas if you ask somebody else, they can be objective. So I'll show you a quick technique around muscle testing, which is really, really cool, and that can be quite helpful. So what you've got to do though is really, really clear your energy so that you're not worried about the outcome. Like if you really, really, really want something to be a yes, then you'll persuade the answer to be yes. And if you really, really want it to be no, then yeah, you can actually swing it that way too. So if you can be neutral, if you can be really clear about it and not care either way what the answer is, then this might work for you. So what you do is you can do it with me if you like. You just hold your hand very gently so that you're not pushing it down. It's just this really softness. And what you're going to do is, muscle testing is that if the answer is positive, you can keep strong. If it's negative, you actually it goes negative. So you can break the loop. So I use my other hand and I put through the loop. And if you use something really simple like my name is Hayley, and you just glide it very gently, not pushing, I can keep it really strong, like I can't break through. So my name is Hayley. And I'm not putting much force on it. I think the trick is, when I started doing this, I was putting too much force, and you can kind of break through if you push. So it's doing it gently. And then if you say, my name is Mickey Mouse, it just goes through really, really easily. So my name is Marie. It won't hold. So if I say, is it for my highest good that I eat bean sprouts today? Yes. So things like that, you can go to the supermarket and look at a certain product and kind of go, is that right for me, or is that gonna interact with me, or is, if I want to lose 10 pounds, is the chocolate bar going to be right? No. So little things like that can really help with taking away the guessing game, I guess. But again, it takes practice. So ask things that you know the answer to, that are yes and no, and just sort of see how you get on. Try it for other people, things like that. And sort of the better you get at it, it's a bit like a pendulum as well, which is quite fun. And we do the pendulums too in the beginner's course, working with those. So hope that helped, Aggie. All right, Lisa, you've said, thank you. Oh, you think I have preconceived idea meditation is sitting cross-legged and going into the spirit world, but I guess being out in nature, quiet and listening is a form of meditation too. Yeah, hell yeah. Sitting, just being quiet, walking meditation. People meditate gardening. It's beautiful. You know, you're out there and you've got your hands in the soil and you're grounding yourself, and you know, you've got no music or anything going and you're just kind of in your own space. You know, gardening is a beautiful place to kind of lose yourself, which is really cool. That's why colouring in, things like that, is really, really good too, because you're kind of going out of your comfort zone. Oh, it says my internet's unstable, so I hope you can hear me. Just checking I'm on the right connection. Alrighty. So Amanda, you've said, I feel the energy released from me. Does that mean it has cleared from the other person? It does for me. So I do feel like you're a healer. So I do feel like you're picking up other people's stuff. So yeah, that can heal from the other person. I would be careful sort of how much you go into other people's energy though without their permission. Just be a little bit mindful of how you're working in that regard. But you know, if it's releasing from you, that's great. I do feel like you're working on other people too. So that is a beautiful thing. So yeah, well done. God, we've almost done half an hour. That's amazing. Wow. Alrighty. So what we'll do is go into meditation. Has anyone got any other questions or anything? No, I think we'll go into meditation. It feels right, timing. So if you want to get comfortable and just relax, let yourself find a space where you can close your eyes, sitting up, lying down, whatever works for you. There's no right, no wrong. And we're going to go through just a little exercise. So see how we go. I won't put any music on because I know that Zoom sometimes cuts out when there's constant sound. So there won't be any music in the background, but it's quite a nice way to do it anyway. Alrighty. So close your eyes and just take a nice big deep breath in and out. And just allow yourself just to relax. Just feel the whole day just melting away. Just feel calmness come over you, just wash over you. And as you breathe in and out nice and gently, just know that you are safe, that you are at peace, and that you are calm. Just allow your feet to relax. Feel the calm energy. Allow your ankles to relax. Allow your calves, your knees, your thighs, and your hips. Just notice any tension and just allow them to release. There's no right or wrong during this meditation. If you end up disappearing in a different world or you fall asleep, just go with the flow. Just relax and enjoy. Just allow your stomach to relax. Feel your shoulders, just let them go. And as you're going deeper and deeper and relaxing, just know that your guardians, your guides are standing close, protecting your energy and keeping you safe. Just feel your elbows, your wrists and your fingers. Just let any tension release. Just release your neck. And your head. And if this is your first meditation, you might not see, you might not feel, or you might not have it turn up exactly as you expect it. But what happens for you is right. So just feel yourself standing on a path. There's little shrubs around you, little plants, butterflies, the warm sun. Feeling really relaxed and really at ease, knowing you're safe as you walk towards a little pool where you can see a waterfall just slightly ahead in the distance. Just notice the smells, the feeling underfoot. Is it a smooth path? Is it crunching? What noises can you hear? Can you hear birds? As you keep walking towards the waterfall, you notice just behind the waterfall is a little entrance. You walk closer, you walk behind, you feel the water spraying on your feet. It even brushes up to your face, cleansing you, feeling nice and cool in the heat. You walk through this waterfall into a little cave. The cave is surrounded in crystals. Just notice the color of them. Notice the texture. Are they smooth or pointed? Are they cold to touch or are they warm? Just put your back against them, just gently, and allow the crystal energy to fill you up from head to toe, protecting your energy, giving you strength, giving you vitality. And as you feel your energy filled to brimming, feeling the joy that oozes out of you, you turn and you see a little opening. As you walk through that opening, you come into this magical land. The forest to your left. Beautiful, beautiful, tall, calming trees. They're not scary at all. They're so peaceful and inviting. You know that you're safe. And as you walk through this little forest, seeing the little animals at your feet, they all come to see you. They feel your beautiful heart. They feel the kindness that's around you. And they know that you're a great soul who's here on earth for an amazing journey. And they want to be there with you. And as you walk through this little forest, you come to a clearing. And in the middle of the clearing, you see a picnic blanket. And on it, you find some food that you find is really good for you, for your body. Just take a moment to have a look and see what it is your body is asking for you to have. You might see a big pile for the really good foods and a small pile for things to have small amounts of. It may turn up differently for you. You may even see a blanket slightly in the distance, maybe a black rug of all the things that your body doesn't want you to eat. Just look around you. Okay. On the other side of the clearing, you'll find a little entrance. You can walk out. You go out the other side of the forest, and you'll find a path that's got wooden planks. It's been created for you to find your way. It's a path that was deliberately created by intention and knowing that you can direct it in any way you want. As you walk along it, feeling safe and knowing that you can be whoever you want to be. You can do what you want to do. Just trusting and finding the way. You come skipping happily up to a little house. On the porch, there's a little table, some tea, some healthy food, and a little seat just for you. Just sit down and gaze out this amazing surroundings. You can come back and explore this house whenever you like. On the table, you find a book and a question that you may like answered, maybe a yes or no question. Before you open the book, just ask yourself, what is it that I'd like to know the answer to? And before you open the book, when you open it, you might see a red page for no or a green page for yes, or you might see the word yes or the word no written on this book. And when you feel like you're ready to open it, just quickly open it and just see exactly what's there. You might not see anything. You might just get a feeling, and that's perfectly fine. Just know that that book is on the table, on the porch, if you ever wish to ask a question. Give you some time to explore the garden. Have a look around and go inside if you wish. I'll come back in a minute or two to continue you on your journey. As you make your way back to the front of the porch, you see a little flag further in the distance. You think, what's that flag? And you walk up to it. It seems that there's some buried treasure beneath. It's lucky that's only you that's there. You're the one who gets to find it first. And as you skim the dirt back from the surface, you find a tin box. Open the tin box, and there's a gift inside for you. Something you can take with you if you like, something you can just remember. Just notice it. What colour? What shape? Who put it there? Can you get any feeling or intuition? Was it someone from your past? Was it a guide? It's okay if you don't know. It's time to keep moving. You keep walking across the lawn and you come to a really big tree. It's huge. You've never seen a tree this big before. And the energy that's pulsating out of it is just so lovely. You just want to reach up, give it a hug, feel its energy. And as you're lost in the moment, hugging this tree, you become aware of a presence beside you. Somebody who's come around the side of the tree, a loved one from your past, somebody you might not have seen for a long time. You walk with your loved one to a little seat that's close by. I'll give you a few moments to catch up. Please know that you can come back to this seat whenever you like. Come back to that tree and find any loved ones who'll be waiting there for you. Give them a hug or say goodbye. It's time to move forward. And we're going to walk back towards the cave that we came into at the very beginning. As you find the little entrance, just take note, have the crystals changed? Are they brighter? Allow yourself again to get close to them and just allow the energy just to fill you up. Feel the energy from the crystals coming right through your whole entire body, right from your feet, up through your ankles and knees, just clearing any negativity, anything that's holding you back, anything that's been frustrating you, annoying you. Just allow it to go. The crystals are there. They want to take it from you. Allow them to go. Just feel the energy being taken from you, the bad, and just being filled up with the good. Feel it shift and pulsating in and out as your body is being restored. Feel it going right up your stomach, into your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists and fingers. Feel that right through your head. We're going to go back past the waterfall. If you want to dive through the waterfall and into the lake, the little pond, and feel your whole body cleansed, go for it. If you want to walk down the side and feel yourself coming back to the path, looking around, there may be animals, just notice them, maybe talk to them. Give yourself a few minutes. Just to sit, relax, feel at peace. It's time to walk down the path. And as you're walking down the path, I want you to begin to feel yourself back in your body. Just bring yourself back into awareness, back into the room you're in. Just bring yourself out really slowly. You might want to wiggle your toes. Just wiggle your knees, your shoulders, give them a little bit of a move, and screw your face up a couple of times. Shake your head. And when you're feeling like you're back, be great. If you feel like talking about your experience, unmute yourself and let me know if you want to type. If you've got any questions about what you saw or what you didn't see or how you thought it went and you're not quite sure, I'd love to help you with that side of it as well. It's going to blow my nose. Oh, Jamie. Oh, it's so lovely. Oh, I'm crying. It's such a releasing energy, which is really cool. Yeah, with you. I love the guided meditations. They work really well. Aggie, it was awesome to start, but couldn't concentrate towards the end. Yeah, it's interesting because it's quite late. So you probably find your body going in and out. And I gave you that little bit in the house to kind of wander around by yourself on the porch just to see, if that was something that you enjoyed. If I'm there like that, I kind of wander off and I sometimes find it hard to come back to. So it might have been around then that you disappeared. You can always go back and do it again, and you might think, oh yeah, actually, I did remember that bit. So just to recap, I'll tell you what we did so that you can think in your mind. We went through a waterfall into the cave the first time. Then there was the forest. And then there might have been animals in the forest. There was the clearing with the food blankets. So you might have seen the food that you can and maybe can't eat. Then we walked on the wooden planks to the house where you had the book with the yes/no things. Then we found the buried treasure with the tin. And then there was the big tree with the loved one who was there. And then we came back to the cave again with the crystals. So, yeah. And Aggie said, love the crystals. Oh, roses in your garden. Oh, that's so beautiful. Roses are a symbol of love. So there's a lot of love in your life, which is really, really beautiful. Amanda, yes, please talk. Yes.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, can.
First time maybe not first time. Someone was at the tree, which was huge and overwhelming and so needed.
Oh,
and I'm like, thank you. And no gift in the tin, but I think I didn't need one because I know my gift is my gift, and I've needed getting more and more confirmation is very helpful. Thank you.
It's so beautiful.
Great meditation.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. As you were talking about the tin, I felt there wasn't anything in either, but I felt the energy. The energy felt like love. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it felt like there was a emotion in that tin for you.
Yeah, I'm realizing how much love is in me, and it just, like, it gets messed with, but it's always there, and it's always filling up, and I'm just going to learn how to manage all my stuff, which is great. Thank you.
So beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. That's really, really lovely. I appreciate that. Oh, anyone else wants to share anything or ask questions? It's so lovely to hear from people. Lots of, a few tears from Lisa, and so many animals there as well. Oh, past fur babies. Oh, I love that. That's so gorgeous. It's so cool. So with meditation, I found that I struggled a lot, and partly because I'm mainly clear cognizant. So if somebody says to me, you're walking down the forest and you're feeling the crunch, I'm like, I'm there. Like, it's really fast, and sometimes a meditation can be really, really slow, and yes, everyone works at meditations differently. For me, the quicker the better. For some people, the longer the better. And I think people beat themselves up that they have to, do these massive, massive long meditations. The other day, the 4 minutes was good. It was good for me. So, however it turned out for you, was how it was supposed to be. And just, honour that. Have recorded the session, so I will place it somewhere, not sure, but you'll be able to do the meditation again if you want to. So that option is there. So we're kind of almost at an hour. If anybody has any other questions or anything they'd like to ask, please do ask. Just let you know quickly of my courses that are coming up. I've got my spiritual development ones where we do go through a lot of this stuff as well, which is really cool, starting in a couple of weeks. And I'm also having a workshop which is all about chakras, and going through each one, like a small meditation, doing healing on each one as well, and learning and how to interpret them for other people, and going right into depth into each one, which is really cool. And we'll also have pastels and things where we can try to tune into the energy and just put a couple of colors on a outline of a body and things, so that we can work out kind of what's going on around different people's energy. So if that's something that you're interested in, those are on the website. And really keen for people to have experienced Zoom as well, which is a great platform, which I really love. Oh, Fiona, said thanks. I had to put a cat to sleep today. I was 20 years old. Oh, honey, I'm sure your cat was with you in the meditation. So, and doing really well. You were so good to that cat. Wow, so lucky to have been there. Oh, it was so nice. Sally, sorry, came in late. You'll have to go back and you have to go back and listen to it. You have a question. What's the next way to develop your intuition and gifts in this area, the meditation? Thanks, Amanda. See you. You're off. Sally, you can go back and listen, it's no problem. But develop your intuition. It's trust. It's practice. Practice is huge. Everyone has intuition. Everybody has, sometimes you go pick up the phone and you kind of know who it's going to be, or you might think of someone in that day and something happens to them, or things like that. And it's just tuning in and going, well, okay, is that actually what I thought it was? And just picking up on little clues, and the practice and learning about how you connect. People connect in different ways. Some people hear, some people see, some people they just know. There's lots of different energies, the ways that you can connect. So once you know your way, that's how you strengthen that, and then get to know yourself and your guides and people better. So yeah, heaps you can do, which is really cool. So yeah, thanks. We'll be end the call there, but really lovely. I was so nervous coming on, thinking no one would turn up. So I'm so grateful that you all turned up. It's lovely, and I've really enjoyed spending time with you. So Have a lovely night. Drink some water after meditation. It's quite a good idea to ground yourself. To have a little bit of dark chocolate, or stand outside on the grass, or do something that's bring your energy right back down and feel good. Hold onto a crystal for a little bit, or things like that, and drink water. So have a lovely night, people. Thanks again. Lovely to catch up. Hopefully see you soon.